Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ballers Take Flight. On this episode, we will be going over the 10 things you didn't know about Zion Williamson. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out what these things are. If you're new to this channel, or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. Zion Williamson has become one of the most covered NBA players in history before even playing an NBA regular season game. Today, he can make headlines for doing practically anything that gets recorded, including sneezing or telling a girl she's cute. Zion receives a ridiculous amount of press everywhere he attends, whether it's an AAU game, a summer league workout, or walking out of a grocery store. But despite every sports reporter and journalist anticipating Zion's every move to leverage a story, there are many intriguing facts about the young star that have yet to hit the mainstream. Zion is indeed a phenomenon. But are you aware of how hard he worked to get here? Some people would consider his early training habits to be insane. All of the talk going into the 2020 NBA draft was Zion Williamson. Zion might have been the most hyped up college basketball player since LeBron James. He was guaranteed to go first overall in the draft, which he did when the New Orleans Pelicans drafted him. He lived on top of the world as a college student athlete. With as much people know about him, there's a lot that doesn't get talked about him. When you watch television, everyone talks about Zion on the court. That's really what everyone cares about. Wouldn't you also want to know about how he is off the court, or what happened before he became a star? There are some hidden things to know about him. Everyone is still processing how good of a player he is, so we're still sitting there just amazed by how good he is. Already in his rookie season, he's tearing the NBA apart. Here are 10 things you didn't know about Zion Williamson. 10. He can dunk from the free throw line. Don't underestimate the talents of Zion Williamson. He's proven that he has the ability to dunk from the free throw line. Some of the most iconic dunks in history, including the Michael Jordan dunk during the 1988 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, came from the free throw line. Well, add Zion to that short list of players who can do that. 9. Highest max vertical leap in Duke history. Think about how many great basketball players come from Duke. When you think of the premier college basketball team, you typically think of Duke. Zion Williamson recorded the highest max vertical leap in school history, testing 45 inches. If you didn't follow up in college, he's the real deal and has the athleticism to be one of the best players in the league. 8. Drake wore his high school jersey. We know Drake has settled down, committing fully to his beloved hometown team, the Toronto Raptors. But prior to the Raptors' championship run, Drake rooted for the winners, no matter the sport or level. Zion has indeed become a winner and a star, becoming Instagram famous for bodying defenders and hitting 360 dunks with his head at the rim. His godlike dunking highlights earned Drake's attention and support. Celebrities wearing professional athletes' jerseys are normal. Sometimes you even see them wearing college jerseys, depending on how good they are. However, you never see a celebrity come out wearing a high school athlete's jersey, especially someone like Drake. That would go to show you how hyped up Zion was coming out of high school. 7. Offered football scholarship from LSU. Not only was Zion known in the basketball world, but his build also helped him receive a football scholarship from LSU. Think about that. LSU just won a national championship in the recent year, and Zion received a scholarship to play tight end. He certainly has the build for it, but he, of course, decided to take the basketball route, which was also the smarter route. This shouldn't be too big of a surprise. Zion is built for football. LSU's tight ends coach, Eric Matheos, saw the untapped football potential in Zion and gave him a full scholarship offer. Watching Zion truck through safeties and corners would have been fun, but he'll take the dunk mixtapes instead, any day. Aside from their unbridled popularity as kids, another thing that Williamson shares with LeBron James is that they were both almost football stars. For his part, Zion was actually offered a football scholarship with LSU to play tight end. Zion made the right choice by picking basketball, but it's just fun to imagine what he would have done on the football field with his freakish athleticism. Oh, what could have been. 6. Zion's mom was accused of taking bribes from Nike. There was a whole issue involving Zion's mother and Nike, stating that she was taking bribes from the company. Of course, there are strict rules about student athletes receiving payments while they're in college. something involving a star player's mother would easily become a huge deal, especially involving a big company like Nike. Michael Avenatti accused Zion's mom of taking money for consulting services from Nike that really served as a bribe to get Zion to commit to Duke. While Duke is apparently investigating the matter, many feel it's a false accusation that served as a publicity stunt. We have a bit of a double whammy here with regards to Zion's relationship with Nike. We all know that he signed with the giant sporting brand way before his NBA days. But what a few people know is that Williamson's mom, Sharonda Sampson, was once accused of taking bribes from Nike. According to reports, Zion's camp had taken money in exchange for his commitment to Duke. This was never proven, though. During his time at Duke, there was one game when Zion's Nike shoe, a Paul George 2.5, exploded during one play. This resulted in a minor injury for Williamson, but the effect on Nike was much more severe. It came to the tune of almost a $1 billion drop in stock soon after. The fact that Williamson was spotted in Adidas gear after the incident predictably caused a further ruckus. What was he thinking? 5. Nike stock dropped by $1 billion after his shoe broke in college. Zion Williamson is slightly a big deal, even to different companies. Zion was wearing Nike basketball sneakers in a huge game against North Carolina when he fell and his sneaker was completely destroyed. That incident dropped Nike stock by $1 billion. Just think that a college basketball player had that type of effect on a major company. It was one of those moments that you had to see it to believe it. How could someone's shoe, even Zion's, come apart so easily? Nevertheless, Zion ripped through his Nike Paul George 2.5s pretty smoothly in the opening minutes of the Duke-UNC game. Zion endured a knee injury as a result, leading to Nike stock plummeting by over $1 billion. Nike immediately took a trip to Durham to craft a custom-made shoe for Zion and right that ship. 4. He grew up playing point guard. What makes Zion so good is he has ball handles and moves like a point guard, but the size of a big. Well, he got that from growing up as a point guard. At his size, you would never think that he would play that position, but he was also extremely talented. Williamson prepared throughout his career to be great, and he's doing a great job at it. Zion wasn't the tallest kid on his team when he was young, so point guard seemed to be the natural fit. During these fundamental years, Zion was able to develop his handles, shooting, and passing game that serve him well today. 3. His mom was his basketball coach when he was 9. How many professional players have had their mother coach them? When Zion was 9 years old, his mother coached him. That not only goes to show you the dedication Zion had to play, but also the amount of support that he had from his mother when he was growing up. Together, they did whatever they could for him to be successful. When Zion was young, his mom stepped in to coach his team. You hear about dads coaching their kids' teams all the time, but never the moms. She did a pretty good job, if you'd ask anyone. 2. He went on Instagram Live wearing Adidas gear after the incident with Nike. As mentioned earlier, Nike failed Zion, big time, so you can't blame him if he was bitter. Zion went on Instagram Live after the game against UNC and wore all Adidas attire. On that note, Adidas was the sponsor for his high school basketball team and one of his AAU teams. That said, he appears to be loyal to Nike, but who he will sign with has yet to be determined. Alright, no more Nike drama. 1. Zion had a strict routine at 9 years old. When Zion was only 5 years old, he was fully committed to doing whatever it took to get a D1 offer from a major program and become an NBA prospect. At 9, he decided to take his training up a notch by waking up every morning at 5 a.m. for basketball training. Zion had an elite level of dedication while he was still in elementary school. Most grown men and women have never had this amount of discipline. And now, all those countless hours of hard work have paid off. Respect. At this point, it's hard to imagine that any team would have passed on Zion as the first overall pick. However, prior to his Duke days, Williamson was not actually considered as the top talent of his class. As a matter of fact, his former Duke teammates, R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish, were ranked even higher than him. This was according to some of the most reliable sports ranking sources, including ESPN, who once had him at number 2. We all know how that turned out though, and right now, it would be considered a mortal sin if the Pelicans opted to take someone else first overall in 2019. Morant has tremendous potential himself, but as for Barrett and Reddish, it's just unimaginable that any team would pick either of them over Zion. Did you get some amazing facts about the rising star, Zion Williamson, in this video? Hey, don't forget to comment below which ballers you would like to see next time on Ballers Take Flight. And that is all for the 10 things you didn't know about Zion Williamson. See you in the next video.